seconds out. Here we go. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Day 3 of CVCA live streams coverage of the CVCA Hockey Christmas Tournament. It's a Wednesday afternoon, and Game 5 is up next, pitting the undefeated Normandy Invaders against the Twinsburg Tigers. My name's Tim Nichols, and once again, we're glad that you found our broadcast on the CVCA YouTube Athletic Boosters website for CVCA live streams coverage and ongoing coverage, that is, of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Once again, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter by looking for the @CVCA livestream handle. All three social media platforms with the same @CVCA livestream handle, and you'll have up-to-date information on upcoming live stream events for Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy Athletics. This afternoon, it's Game 5 of the tournament's 8-game slate, the first of 2 games today on Wednesday. And with Normandy and Twinsburg, it's the first meeting between the Invaders and Tigers since February of 2020. Tigers are coming off back-to-back losses in the tournament, a 7-0 loss on Monday to CVCA, and then a 6-2 setback yesterday to Whitmer in a morning session here at the Garfield Heights Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. Normandy has been playing emergency backup goaltender Vinny Incorvaya as the Waite brothers, both starters Zach and backup Sam, remain quarantined. The Invaders have relied on their offense for 2 straight come-from-behind victories in the tournament, and they've already secured their spot in the championship game, which will take place tomorrow night here at the Garfield Heights Rec Center at 7 p.m. Normandy's coming off a classic hockey game last night, which wasn't decided until an empty net goal in the final minute as they dispatched CVCA by a score of 5-3 and punched their ticket to the final. They remain 9-0, perfect on the season, 9 wins, no losses, no ties. The Invaders have faced adversity for the first time this year over the last 2 days, but they have relied on that powerful offense, which is averaging 7.1 goals per game. And that was the recipe for victory both last night and on Monday. Speaking of Monday, goaltender Vinny Incorvaya gave up 3 first-period goals, but the Invaders responded with a 4-goal flurry to start the second period and were never headed again en route to that 8-5 victory Monday afternoon against Whitmer. Toledo Whitmer, the Panthers, who have made the trip back and forth here to Ohio, to Northeast Ohio, a couple times this week. More on that later. Then last night, CVCA scored first and then built a 3-1 lead midway through the second period, but enter super senior Logan George, who put the Invaders on his back with the tying goal and the ultimate game-winning goal in a 2.5-minute span late in the second period. The teams went back and forth in the third and final stanza until Tyler Beck sealed it with a shot that caught CVCA goaltender Caleb Mosher in no man's land as he was trying to get off the ice for the extra skater in the game's final minute. Incorvaya, to his credit, stopped 12 of 15 shots as the Invaders kept up the defensive pressure in front of him, limiting the opportunities for the Royals last night, and that gave Vinny Incorvaya his second victory in his short 2-day goalie career. Teams are on the ice now, getting ready for this afternoon's contest. The Tigers, who call the Garfield Heights Rec Center their home ice. Obviously, they are visiting under the auspices of CVCA this week, but they're very familiar with the Garfield Heights Rec Center, playing their home games here for many years. And they have another chance to get better today, the Twinsburg Tigers do. We've documented how they have 2 shutouts already against Blue South teams this season, and they've stepped up in competition in the CVCA tournament this week after recording a second place finish in the Bay Rocket Holiday Tournament a week ago. But it is obviously a step up in competition, and today will be no exception. Despite being outmatched a bit this week, there's no quit in this Tigers team. After they fell behind and fell 7-0 on Monday to CVCA, they still didn't quit, standing toe-to-toe with Whitmer yesterday in the morning session, scoring 2 late goals, the last one by top scorer Dom Mister. And they even saw freshman Riley Spat stand face-to-face with a defender twice her size. That resulted in her actually getting the ticket to the penalty box. So quite the bit of spunk in freshman Riley Spat, who scored 4 goals on this season for the Tigers already. They don't back down, and that no back down attitude will serve them well as this season progresses. But today, it will be a tall task for Twinsburg. They'll have to rely again on senior goaltender Mark Schroeder to stand tall between the pipes. Much of the action should again happen right in front of him. Normandy enters this game undefeated again, 9 wins, no losses, no ties, a perfect 7-0 record in the Blue North Division, and they would have to be the heavy favorites at this point in the season as we near the end of the calendar year for a Barron Cup championship in the Blue Division, which pits the Blue North, typically the top 6 teams, and then 2 teams from the Blue South. So Twinsburg, with that 2-1 record in the Blue South Division, still with an opportunity to try and get to Brooklyn for the Barron Cup next month, or actually in February. So it'll be next month from this weekend when we turn the calendar to 2022. The Tigers will enter this game with a record of 3 wins, 6 losses, and 1 tie. In the all-time series between Normandy and Twinsburg, the Invaders lead 14 wins against just 2 defeats. The last 3 contests, all in the 2019-2020 season, ended with mercy rule 10-goal victories, a pair of 10-0 wins, and 1 win by a score of 11-1. The Invaders have won 11 straight in the series between the 2 teams. The last Twinsburg victory came in January 2016 when the Tigers defeated the Invaders by a score of 6-4. Once again, you're tuned into the pregame as both Normandy and Twinsburg get ready to go this afternoon in game number 5 of the CVCA Holiday Tournament, the Christmas tournament that is. My name is Tim Nichols, and on behalf of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy and the team that puts this together for you, Sean Mosher, Cody Anderson, JT Nichols, we are glad to be bringing you the coverage this afternoon, whether you're watching us from home, you're watching us from work on a Wednesday afternoon, or you're watching us from somewhere else throughout the country or around the world. To the YouTube platform, we'll have hockey for you. 45 minutes of Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League hockey action this afternoon from the Garfield Heights Rec Center and the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. We mentioned Logan George from Normandy, the super senior as we've dubbed him. That Normandy lineup is loaded with seniors and stars. Jake DeGiro, number 18, with a couple of goals yesterday, and flying all over the ice all the time is Tyler Beck. Matt Galetka does the dirty work down low, digging out pucks in the corner and taking the opportunities when he can get them to put it in the net. Off the bench, Danny Bartik. But what a story this week for the goaltender, Vinny Inkervaya. Talking with Normandy head coach Jim Jackson earlier this afternoon, and he said first time between the pipes for Inkervaya was Monday. And he acquitted himself quite well after the first period. Normally a forward, stepping in, help out his team with the 2 regular goaltenders unable to suit up this week due to quarantines, and so it's been a difficult time, I'm sure, for them. If you're watching the Waite brothers, we hope you are enjoying seeing your team this week, and I'm sure they can't wait to have you back. But as we talked to Coach Jackson, he said he talked to Vinny's mom, and she said, I'm not sure how much more I can take watching her son in goal. And certainly any goalie parent, two of the four of us up here on the broadcast platform are goalie parents, and we can certainly relate to how that feels. So, Tigers wrapping up their pregame festivities and run-throughs. To our right, Normandy already wrapped up and moving toward the end line as they get ready for the pregame lineup announcements. Less than a minute to go before we get to that point where the lineups will be shared with those in attendance here at the Garfield Heights Rec Center. The Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. Later on this evening, we'll be back with a second stream for the nightcap tonight, which pits CVCA, the host school, against Whitmer. Winner of that game will punch a ticket to the championship round tomorrow night to face these Normandy Invaders. Those two teams have met once already this year in the Normandy Bruce Anderson Memorial Tournament. So, big game coming up tonight, but first and foremost, a matinee this afternoon between the Invaders from Normandy and the Tigers from Twinsburg. And the clock runs out. We're just about ready for the starting lineups in this contest. Pre-game announcements taking place here. Public address announcer Chuck Parada running through the announcement. And here come the starting lineups. Twinsburg the visitor on the scoreboard this afternoon, and Mark Schroeder in goal once again for the Tigers, the senior goaltender for Twinsburg. Dom Mister starts at left wing for Twinsburg. He's the leading scorer for the Tigers. Number 59, Jackson Held, will start at right wing. Jackson Smith, number 39, will start at left wing. Senior Cody Preston gets a start on defense. Number 30, Aiden Johnston, gets the start this afternoon. The junior also on defense, and the rest of the Tigers head out to the blue line to the applause of their fans. And now the undefeated Normandy Invaders. Vinny Incurvia, 2-0 on his two-day goalie career, looking for his third victory. The captain of the Invaders, number 31, Logan George, starts at center. Tyler Beck starts at right wing. The senior Jake DeGero, another senior for the Invaders, wears number 18. Willen Hill starts on defense. And Dane Galgus, number 89, the freshman, starts on defense. Same starting five as a day ago. And the pregame announcement reminding fans to wear their face masks in the arena. City of Garfield Heights allowing fans this season, which is a change from a year ago, but under the provision that fans do remain masked up during the contest. So all in attendance are doing so, and now we pause for the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem complete here at the Garfield Heights Rec Center, and something you never heard before, a little Star Spangled Banner soft cell mix as the radio broadcast started coming over the intercom at the same time as the anthem. A little Tainted Love, a little oddity with the Star Spangled Banner, but I guess it works. What's not odd is a sheet of ice, a pair of goals, and two teams ready to go at it in Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League hockey in the CVCA Christmas Tournament. We're moments away from the start of this one between the Invaders and the Tigers. Normandy will skate as the home team today. They're in the bench to our right as we look down on the ice rink. Invaders wearing their dark bottoms with orange striping. Traditional Normandy white tops, dark numerals. The Normandy crest across the front of the jersey. And the dark helmets. The Tigers all blue again today. The navy blue of Twinsburg bottoms, navy blue tops, white striping, or gray striping as it were, gray numerals, and dark blue helmets. Logan George and Dom Mister at the center ice spot, and the puck is dropped down. We're underway this afternoon in game number 5. Into the offensive zone, Tyler Beck dumps it in deep for Normandy, and the Twinsburg Tigers will give chase around the boards. It comes, kept in by Dane Galgus. Galgus dumps it down into Logan George, who puts the first shot on goal, saved by Schroeder, and the Tigers try to move the puck out of the zone. They clear it for a moment, delayed offsides for the Invaders. Out to center ice it goes and dumped right back in by Normandy. First minute of action with some speed. Coming after it is Josh Price. He loses the puck, and Mister tries to come out with it. He's poke checked away by Danny Bartik, who's on for his first shift of the afternoon. The Tigers try to ship it up, but can't get it out as Galgus dumps it back in deep once again. Bartik, and going down to the ice is Aiden Johnson as they dig it out. Shot on goal. Schrader stops the first one. A gaggle of players in front of Mark Schroeder. He dives forward, can't get there, and a third shot hits the post. Fourth shot goes into the back of the net, and a goal early on at 13:54. Scoring the goal for the Invaders, number 57, Matt Galetka. So Mark Schroeder seeing a flurry of activity already right off the start. Could not cover the puck, and it just laid right out there in the slot. Galetka jumped on it and put it in the back of the net. It's 1-0. Shot goes wide right off the faceoff once again, and the Tigers try to push up, but they cannot get to it. It goes in deep. Galetka, the goal scorer, gets to it. Across the Bartik, centering pass, looking for Price. Can't find him, and up ice it goes, and out into the neutral zone. Galgus tries to collect, can't, and into the corner of the Twinsburg offensive zone it goes for the Tigers. Loose puck, controlled by Twinsburg. Shot toward the goal is kicked wide. Sean Shirikoff had that for a moment. It's kept in for a moment, but now out. Not able to keep it in was Max Coleman. Bartik on the rush. Coleman knocks it to the far side boards, where the two will do battle. Centering pass is knocked down in front, and here comes the Invaders. Stepping up with it is number 11. Check that, number 18, Jake DeGiro. He slides into Schroeder, but tries to avoid him. Schroeder covers the puck, and stoppage ensues with 13 minutes, 2 seconds to go here in the first period. 1-0 Normandy. Invaders control the faceoff. The first shot is blocked by Schroeder. Rebound is out in front. He dives and covers. So another shot on goal against the Twinsburg Tigers senior goaltender. That has been the recipe for Normandy this week. Keep the offensive firepower going as Galgus has it. Far side pass in the circles into the slot. George fires, and not as much on that as he wanted to. An easy pitch and catch, as it were, for Schroeder. Already 7 shots on goal for the Invaders. Here comes number 8. It's knocked down in front and kicked out to center ice by Mister. Right back in, though, it goes, and the Tigers' Johnson tries to push it up, loses the puck. Beck has it. Beck with a centering opportunity. It gets knocked down by Mister. Still has it behind the net. Now in the corner. Centering pass right up front. George has it, fires, misses the net. Galgus keeps it in and pushes it back down low as the Invaders' surge continues. Behind the net, Beck chases. It's pushed back, and with it, Johnston pushes it up and out of harm's way, and chasing it back is number 17, Willen Hill. Hill behind his own net will try and start out. Chips it up, but kept in by Mister. He fires it behind the net on the far side. Number 39, Jackson Smith, gives chase, loses the puck, and up ice it comes. Long pass finds DeGiro. DeGiro with a breakaway. He goes in and shoots and scores. Jake DeGiro gets his first of the afternoon for the Invaders. Time of the goal, 3 minutes and 7 seconds, and already it's 2-0 Normandy. Invaders control the face-off. Bartik tries to shoot it in. It's knocked down. It pushed back forward, and Bartik gets a stick on it once again. Up into the rafters it goes. Stoppage at 11:43. Face-off to the left of Schroeder. One back to the point, but not able to keep it in are the Invaders, and they'll chase back. Price is on it. Behind his own net, he sets up, looks forward. Cross-ice pass into the offensive zone, and Galetka gives chase. Galetka fires over the net, off the corner boards, and knocked back in by Hill. Galetka comes centers, knocked down in front. Twinsburg tries to clear the zone, and they will. Up ice it comes, out of the reach of number 15, Sean Shirikoff, and the Invaders control in their defensive zone. Long pass to the neutral zone. Galetka circles and fires and scores. Matt Galetka from center ice beat Schroeder, and I'm sure he'll want to have that one back. Schroeder shaking his head. Galetka just fired from just inside the red line. And it's 3-0. Time of that third goal from Galetka. 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Tigers win the faceoff, but it's knocked back into the offensive zone by George as Cody Preston could not control. That's right on goal once again, and this time Schroeder jumps on top of it. Three goals on 10 shots for the Invaders here in the first 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Logan George take the face off, wins it back. Shot is fired and kicked aside by by Schroeder. Invaders control once again and turn it over. Cody Preston sends it around the boards, looking for a teammate. Unable to control is held. Invaders come up with it once again. It's fired and kicked down in front. Second shot is pushed aside, but a third shot on the rebound goes into the back of the net, and another Normandy goal. This one by Jake DeGiro. 4 goals in the first 4 minutes and 35 seconds. And the Invaders' first line heads to the bench. We wondered if Coach Jackson would have an opportunity to extend the bench after the challenging game last night against CVCA, and he's certainly going to have that opportunity this afternoon. It looks like the Invaders might be able to name their score today. Puck is pushed down the ice for an icing, and it'll result in an offensive zone faceoff for the Invaders once again. Danny Bartik is out there with Josh Price. Galetka is out. He scored a goal already today. Tyler Beck and Willen Hill. So certainly, other than George, all the first teamers out there once again. At least the first line. One back, pushed in. Galetka skates in, evades number 30, Johnston. Back up to the point. Beck has it. Cross ice pass looking for Bartik. It gets by him. Price has it up to the right point. Shot is knocked down and ricochets. push forward. Second shot coming forward is wide of the net off the stick of Josh Price. In the corner and back up top. Beck fires wide of the goal. Bartik has it, centers. It comes back to Beck, who slap shots it again into the belly of Schroeder. Drops down, and Bartik's there to jump over it, but he can't get to it before it's covered up by Schroeder. And both sides will send in a line change. 9:46 to go in the first period. The Normandy Invaders in control, 4-0. George comes back out to take the face-off, wins it back to DeGiro. DeGiro kicks it back to George. Backhanded pass goes to the Twinsburg Tigers. Up with it is number, well, before we get the number, it goes back over to Twinsburg. Or rather to Normandy. Now, with the puck is Shirikoff. He gets it out to center ice, where Galgas will collect it, push it back forward. Chasing it for the Tigers is number 14, Spacht. Centering pass. Misses everyone, goes to the right point. Skating in on it and shooting. Ricocheted into the goal and saved by Schroeder off of the stick of Spacht. Second shot is knocked down, and out with it comes Shirikoff. Shirikoff gets cut off, and the puck goes down the ice, and it will be icing against the Tigers. The clock stops with 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Coleman, Shirikoff, Spacht, Ariana Bernardo, and Dominic Mister out on the ice for the Tigers. And they'll try and win this faceoff. They do. Into the corner it goes to Max Coleman. Around the boards it comes. Spacht is after it. Galetka gets to it first. He knocks it down low. Into the corner, and Galetka will give chase. So will Mister. Number 5 out there, Vinny Filippelli, getting a shift. And a stoppage. So Vinny Filippelli, a senior, getting some time. Haven't seen much of him so far in the tournament. Face-off is won to the Tigers. They dump it back around. That's Bernardo. Filippelli gives chase. Now Galetka at the left point fires and scores. Matt Galetka puts the Normandy Invaders up 5-0 with another goal. 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go, first period. 6 minutes, 30 seconds, the time of that goal. And off the face-off, Mister tries to get into the offensive zone. He's cut off by Galetka, who dumps it up ice. And pushing it aside is Johnston. A pair of players go falling down the ice, and the Tigers will send it down for another icing call. And Bartik slides into the center ice area on his belly. It's about the only thing that hasn't gone right for the Invaders this afternoon. Normandy a perfect 9-0 and on their way to 10-0 this afternoon already. Face off to the near side boards. Is pushed up back to Galetka, who skates into the circle. Pushes it back. Finds George. George kicks it aside to the high slot. Hill, far side, back to George in the slot, who fires. And it trickles in on Schroeder, who jumps on it. For another stop for the senior goaltender. Face off to Schroeder's left. One into the corner. Around the boards, Cody Preston sends it. Off the funny bounce. It's collected by DeGiro. DeGiro stick handles, centering pass, and a chance on the far side. Back door goes wide off the stick of Tyler Beck. Controlled now by George into the circles. George fires and he scores. 6-0. Normandy off the stick of Logan George, just inside the far post. And it may be a short afternoon here in the matinee from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And with a stoppage at 6-0, I did not see a signal, but it may be a timeout, perhaps called by Twinsburg head coach Mike Johnston as he pulls his team aside. Certainly they knew they were going to be outmanned and perhaps outmatched today. But last thing he could have expected was a 6-goal barrage in the first half of the first period. That's exactly where we are. Senior Mark Schroeder gets a drink of water on the far boards. The Invaders all on a knee. And we see some different numbers out there than we have seen. Number 72, Christopher Nowak. 71, Melissa Green. 35, Mario Terraleri. Galgus. Incurvia, who I don't think has actually seen a shot on goal yet, and he has not. And so with a 6-0 lead, that may be the moment in time where the regulars for the Invaders get a break. Ready to go once again, and we're back underway. This one is controlled forward by Dom Mister, but poked away by Beck. Beck, the only regular that appears to be out there for the Invaders now. Into the offensive zone, and the first shot goes wide, so not actually a shot in goal yet, but an opportunity for the Tigers. They push it up, and it goes past Terraleri, who falls down, and icing is the call. Mario Terraleri is a freshman, new to the Normandy program, and he skates back. Melissa Green takes the face-off. Sophomore. Face-off is won for a moment by the Tigers, and now it trickles back into the defensive zone where Riley Spat is after it. Spat chased by Green, cross ice it goes, and with it is Coleman. Coleman pushes it up ice and finds Mister. Mister now with the puck at center ice, fires, and it goes off the back and trickles on the goal of Vinny Incurvia and stops his first one of the day. That went off the back of Jake DeGiro and trickled into Incurvia, who made the stop. So 1 for 1 is Vinny Incurvia. Mister will take the face off. Tigers ready to go. This one is controlled for a moment by Mister, and now he gets full control. Far side boards, pressured by Beck, who's out there. Beck on Mister. Mister gets a shot off, and it's pushed aside into the corner. The Invaders come up with it. They push it up ice, and it's kept in by number 10, Cody Preston, before the Invaders kick it out. And back on to get it is Twinsburg. They get it up ice, and with it now is Jackson Held. Held into the offensive zone. It's knocked down by DeGiro. Second shot and score! Into the corner. The Tigers are on the board for the first time this afternoon. And it looks like the goal scorer may be number 39, Jackson Smith, if we got it right. It's either that or 59, Jackson Held. We'll wait for the official scoring. And Incurvia gave up a rebound, and it was jumped on and blasted into the back of the net, so the Tigers get one back. It's 6-1. And off the face-off, Mister tries to push it in. He cannot. The Tigers control. Out to center ice in the neutral zone, and back on it is Galetka. So it was number 39, Jackson Smith. The assist goes to Jackson Held, and the Tigers are on the board. Smith from Held, the Jackson to Jackson connection. 6-1, under 5 minutes to go, and now the Invaders head back up the ice. Josh Price around the boards, finds Hill. Hill gets the puck knocked away. Beck fans on it, so it's a combination of regulars and newcomers for the Invaders after the Twinsburg goal. They shoot from center ice. It's knocked down by number 30, Johnston. Shot on Schroeder is knocked away. Josh Price fired that one in there. And it hit Schroeder in the side of the helmet. Perhaps he takes the helmet off, checks the equipment. Referee picks up the puck, and Schroeder puts the helmet back on. Not the first time, and probably not the last time that helmet will come to good use for the senior goaltender. Face-off will be to his right. 4:22 to go here in the first period. Normandy 6, Invaders 1. Face-off one back to Galgus, who fires it back to Schroeder. He plays catch with him. Schroeder hands it right back to the referee, and we'll do it once more with 4:18 to go. They drop the puck down. It's won back by George to Galgus. Galgus skates into the corner. Skates past Spat. Around the goal. Centers it, and it's kicked away to the far side boards where George picks it up once again. George skates past a couple of Twinsburg Tigers, fires it up, and a stick save by Schroeder. Into the corner. First one to it is Max Coleman. Coleman chips it up to a teammate, but it's taken away there by George. George knocks it off the board, trying to pass to himself. Coleman back to George. George centering pass, looking for Filippelli. Can't find him. Filippelli still by the goal crease. Centering pass to George, sticked aside by Schroeder. Coleman has it. Challenged by George, up and kept in, and pushed back toward center ice for the slot. Rather, Galgus goes wide. Filippelli chases after it to the corner, but Coleman gets there first. Coleman takes the puck away, but he'll have to deal with an invader behind the goal. Gets it up. Nice move by number 15, Shirikoff, who gets it up ice and into the offensive zone, and chasing after it. And catching it first is DeGiro. DeGiro speeds behind his goal and quickly outlets to the near side. Cross ice pass intercepted but not kept in, and the Tigers will have to clear the zone. They do. Shirikoff fires. It ricochets just wide of Inkervaya, where DeGiro is on it. DeGiro speeds behind his net and heads the other direction. Finds a teammate who kicks it up ice. Long angled pass off the boards, and Spat pushes it into the corner out of harm's way as Logan George was speeding toward the puck. He has it. George sets up, centering pass is knocked down in front, and the Tigers clear the zone. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Shirikoff fires wide of the goal. Into the corner. Shirikoff has it, tries to push it around. It's knocked down by DeGiro. DeGiro picks it up and outlets to George. George, cross ice pass, finds Galgus. With some speed into the offensive zone, Galgus poke checked away, and the Tigers send it up. It's knocked down in the neutral zone by DeGiro. DeGiro, cross ice, and back to him, gets it back and plays patty cake. Up ice it goes, and Melissa Green punches it in deep. Chasing after it is number 10, Cody Preston. He'll be there first. Evades Green and heads up the other direction. Line change for the Invaders. Into the neutral zone, it's chipped back, and Preston is on it. Preston looks, surveys, chips it forward, and the Invaders will intercept. Hill to Green, and now to Nowak. Nowak skates in, tries to fire and fans, trips and falls. The Tigers head back the other direction. Jackson Smith to Held. Check that. Smith has it. Fires it forward. Another shot. Knocked down in front. Third shot. This one off of Mr. Stick. Gets knocked down. Kept in by number 30. That's Johnston into the corner. The Invaders try to move out with it. They cannot. Intercepted in a backhand shot. It's knocked down in front. And finally, the Invaders clear the zone. Shot in his own goal from number 30, Johnston. It's pushed aside into the corner. The Tigers try to come out with it with 55 seconds to go here in the first period. Up ice it comes with some speed is 10. Preston. Preston poke checked away as he gets into the offensive zone, and the Tigers will have to clear as they're offsides. Up ice it comes, and offsides will be the Invaders. It's touched up by Filippelli, who could not get out of the zone. Check that, it's Christopher Nowak, who could not get out of the zone, and offsides against Normandy is called. A stoppage ensues with 37 seconds left in period number 1. 6 goals in the first half of the first period has the Invaders on top and in control in this one. Normandy 6. The Tigers got one back from Jackson Smith. It's 6-1. Tigers win the faceoff back and chip it out to center ice before it's punched back in by the Invaders. Spat is on it. Spat surveys, evades Galetka, skates up ice, and finds a teammate into the offensive zone just for a moment before it's chipped back out with 15 seconds left. Back in, and the Invaders look up and try to set something up with a long pass looking for Price. Icing will be the call, however. They'll play it up. It's a delayed penalty. Delayed penalty looks like it'll be on the Invaders, or now Bartik steals it, and a save by Schroeder. Not sure why icing was not called, nor a penalty. The referee had his hand up for some time, but Schroeder made the stop right as we hit the end of that first period, keeping the score at 6-1. Shots on goal in period number 1, according to our records, Normandy 21 and Twinsburg 2. The score at the end of the first period, the Invaders 6 and the Tigers 1. We'll recap the scoring on the other side of this message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
What is excellence? Excellence is a battle cry that you were made for more than this, in a world that is so satisfied with just okay. It's striving for greatness not only when there is a prize or recognition to be won, but in the still and quiet with only an audience of one. It's going above and beyond for others in service because our God has gone above and beyond all that we could have asked or imagined in His pursuit of us. It's diving into studies and academic pursuits, believing that the Lord has fashioned our minds out of the dust of the earth to understand and master complex concepts and the deep mysteries of the universe. It's preparation, not only for college or a career, but a life recklessly abandoning the ordinary and believing that the God who moves mountains lives inside you and will use you to turn the world upside down for His glory. A school defined by excellence is so much more than a building and classrooms. It is a defining culture, a strong imprint on a student's life in the way they will learn and grow. It is a life-altering encounter that surrounds them with people and experiences that shape who they will become. It is the foundation that they will take with them wherever they go. It is what they will see in their rearview mirrors as guideposts, showing them the way forward and propelling them to excel still more. In our lives, in our homes, in our families, in our communities, to go out and impact the world that God so loved. To shine a light on the darkest and most broken places. To be the salt to those who have lost their flavor. To bring love and healing as the hands and feet that we are called to be. We are CVCA, and we are called to excel still more.
Back here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center at the first intermission, the score in Game 5 of the CVCA Christmas Tournament is Normandy 6 and Twinsburg 1. Inspiring message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy right there. And if you are interested in more information about CVCA for your son, your daughter, grandson, your granddaughter, or someone else, an open house will be held at CVCA for prospective students and their parents on January the 28th, 2022. You do have to sign up for that open house on the CVCA website. That's cvcaroyals.org. You can find out more information about Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy throughout the admissions area of the CVCA website. Again, cvcaroyals.org. Entrance exams, easy for me to say, entrance exams are required for entrance into CVCA, and the next opportunities to take that exam, which is simply a placement exam, will be on February the 5th and again on March the 5th, 1 month later. So, an open house on January 28th, 2022, which will be upon us in less than a week. Entrance exams next scheduled for February 5th and also on March the 5th. So, my name's Tim Nichols. Again, pleasure to have you along with us this afternoon on CVCA live streams coverage of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Invaders 6 and Tigers 1. The Invaders got scoring early, and they scored early and often. The first goal scored just 1 minute and 6 seconds into the contest when Matt Galetka punched one in. It was 1-0. 2 minutes and 1 second later, Jake DeGiro made it 2-0 for the Invaders, and they were far from done. Galetka got another one from just inside the red line that fooled goaltender Mark Schroeder at 4 minutes and 3 seconds into the first period. And 32 seconds later, they added another one to make it 4-0. Six and a half minutes into the period, Galetka scored again, completing a hat trick. Maybe one of the quickest hat tricks we've ever seen to make it 5-0. And then Logan George tacked on the sixth goal in the first period before the first half of the period ended at 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go, or end of the period rather. At that point, the Invaders started to sub in some of their newer skaters, and the Tigers were able to get out of their own defensive zone a couple times. And at 9 minutes and 34 seconds, Jackson Smith, the junior forward, scored his second goal of the season, punching in a rebound past Vinny Incarvaya, who only saw 2 shots during that first period. Incarvaya, the emergency backup goaltender, again being backed by the explosive offensive power of his teammates, and he's in line for his third victory in 3 days on day 3 of his goalie career. 6-1 the score. Normandy comfortably out in front at the first intermission. Looking ahead at the rest of the tournament, first we'll look backwards at the prior games in the tournament. On Monday, these Normandy Invaders defeated the Whitmer Panthers by a score of 8-5. CVCA down Twinsburg 7-0 in the nightcap on Monday night. Yesterday, Whitmer put 6 up against the Tigers. The Tigers did get 2 as the game wound down toward the end of the third period. Final score 6-2. And in what was perhaps the most competitive game of the tournament so far, the Invaders stopped CVCA last night, came from behind, and picked up a 5-3 victory. It was a 1-goal game for the entire third period until Tyler Beck scored on an empty net goal with 45 seconds left to seal it for the Invaders, who won 5-3. So Normandy already in the championship game of the tournament. That'll take place tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. And we'll have that game for you, as well as the game this evening between Whitmer and CVCA. The winner of that game will be the opponent of the Invaders tomorrow night in the championship game. The loser will play in the third place game tomorrow against these Twinsburg Tigers. There's more hockey this week, and so you can follow along with us if you're a fan of CVCA, or perhaps you just want to see more hockey on Sunday night. The Royals will play host to the Parma Redmen in a Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue Division game. Face-off of that event scheduled Sunday night at 7 o'clock, and we'll have it for you on the CVCA Boosters Athletic website. More CVCA live stream coverage of Royals hockey. In other CVCA sports action this week and athletic competitions, boys basketball was in action last night and dispatched of the Manchester Panthers by a score of 74-47. Tonight, earlier today, the wrestling team was in action at the Brecksville Holiday Tournament, so we'll try and get an update on that for you in time for the coverage of the second game tonight, this evening, between CVCA and Whitmer. Also tonight at the Tim Byerly Gymnasium, the Royals girls basketball team is home for a Pac-7 League Conference game against the Orville Red Riders. That game available through the NFHS Network platform, which is a subscription service. All CVCA events in Tim Byerly Gymnasium and at Royal Stadium are available on the NFHS platform and the NFHS Network. Swim team is in action tomorrow, both boys and girls, at the Stampede Invite. That swim meet taking place down in Worcester, Ohio. And on Thursday evening, the boys basketball team is back in action, this time on the road, for a non-conference tilt against Shaw up in Cleveland. Once again, we are at the second intermission, or rather the first intermission. Clock winding down with 10 seconds to go before we get started with the second period. My name is Tim Nichols. Glad to have you with us for CVCA live streams coverage of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Looking ahead for these Twinsburg Tigers after this event today, obviously they have the third place game tomorrow against either Whitmer or CVCA. And the Tigers will be back in action here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center next week on Sunday. That game at 4 o'clock in the afternoon against Nordonia. And that'll be followed by the CVCA game against Parma. So they go back into Blue North action next week on the 6th of January with a game at Brooklyn, followed by a game a week from Sunday at Bay High School. They've got back-to-backs with Bay with a break in the schedule. I'm sure Twinsburg's probably playing in some Martin Luther King tournament, but not listed on their schedule that they provided to us. Their season continues at home with a home event against Bay on Sunday the 22nd of January. And then they've got Garfield Heights also here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center on January 23rd. Tigers hit the road for a non-divisional contest against Kenston High School, and that will not be at Kenston. That'll actually be downtown at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse on Friday, January 28th, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they wrap up the season with games scheduled at Brecksville Broadview Heights and against Solon out at Gilmore, and then February 6th with a home contest against Elyria Catholic. And we'll see if the Tigers have enough to be one of the top two teams in the Blue South Division this year and make it to the Barron Cup. The Invaders have returned to the ice. And now the Tigers are returning to the arena. And we have a goaltender change for the Normandy Invaders. Again, the Invaders appearing to have one goalie jersey. And so Zach Waite's jersey is now being worn during the second period by senior Logan George. So George now wearing number 4 and in goal for the Invaders. Ready to go, second period action underway, and Normandy controls the faceoff. Willen Hill pushes it in deep. The Invaders skating left to right here in period number 2, leading 6-1. In the corner, poked away, near side board, Twinsburg tips it up and out down the ice. It'll be an icing call and a stoppage just 21 seconds here into period number 2. The Invaders have DeGiro and Galetka on the ice. Melissa Green starts the second period. Willen Hill and number 14, and that is Vinny Inkervaya finally getting to play somewhere out of the goal crease. Into the corner it goes. Centering pass, chipped aside. Chasing after it is number 39, Jackson Smith. It goes to DeGiro, cross ice, looking for Inkervaya. into the corner. It's tipped around to the far side boards by Aiden Johnson, up and kept in by Galetka. And back into the corner, he throws it, and chasing after it is number 10, Cody Preston. Preston tips it up to a teammate, but it's intercepted. Intercepted by DeGiro. Centering pass into the slot. Inkervaya tries to backhand it and falls down. Up ice comes Twinsburg. It's Dominic Mister. Mister 1-on-3 fires, and Logan George makes his first save right off his face mask. Welcome to goaltending, Logan George. You stopped your first shot. Off the face mask, and he catches it. Stoppage at 13:57 of the second period, and the face-off will be to the left of George. Stepping in to take it for the Tigers is Sean Shirikoff. They drop it down, but the Invaders control, and up ice looks like Tyler Beck with some speed evades three different Twinsburg Tigers. The shot is stopped, but a penalty coming. Delayed penalty against Twinsburg. Off goes George, and the touch-up happens before Logan George can get off the ice. And into the penalty box for the first time today will be one of the Tigers. They're going to get number 6, Max Coleman, for a trip. Coleman into the box for 2 minutes tripping, and the Invaders with a 6-1 lead on the power play. 13:41 remaining here in period number 2. Face-off is right on the goal, but goes wide into the near side corner. A pair of players fall down in the corner. It's poked up, and Galgus has it. Skates in and fires, kicked aside by Schroeder. Into the corner it goes, and chipped back up toward Galgus. He has it once again and fires. This one goes wide off of Spat. Spat chases into the corner, pokes it up, but not out. Beck fires. Glove save by Schroeder. Spat pokes it up once again. Galgus has it again. Galgus stick handles and now loses it, and the Tigers will clear the puck down the ice as they're trying to kill off this power play to Max, or this penalty rather, to Max Coleman. Into the center ice area, intercepted and controlled by Shirikoff, who dumps it in. George kicks it aside, or sticks it aside rather, with the stick. Minute 7 to go on the power play. Price has it poked aside at center ice and gets it back and skates into the circle. Price centers. Shot is covered. Second shot goes wide, so the Tigers come up with it and they clear it down. It's going to go right on George, who will put the stick down and then poke it ahead to a teammate with 45 seconds to go on the power play. It's Galetka. He's pestered by Mister. Up ice, Price has it. Terrellari's to his right, but Price skates past him and fires wide. Danny Bartik skates past it, as does one of the Tigers. Slap shot is up into the rafters. It deflects. Matt Galetka trying to get another one. 24 seconds to go on the Coleman penalty. Face off to the right of Schroeder. Bartik will take it. It's pushed into the corner. Spat is after it and pushes it around the boards. There to collect it, though, is Hill. Fires it. Late reaction, but a save by Schroeder and a clearance by the Tigers. Back after it is Galgus for the Invaders. He stops with 8 seconds left on the power play. Starts to push up. Long pass past Nowak, and it's collected by number 10, Cody Preston. Preston into the corner. Penalty time is up. Back to even strength, 5-on-5. Tigers try to move it out. Can't yet, and finally they do chip it out, and so they clear the zone, and Galgus goes back to get it. Cross ice to Hill. Hill intercepted by Coleman. He skates in and fires. George comes out to play it. Into the corner it goes. Mister gives chase, but he can't get there. First to it is Hill. Up ice to Bartik. Bartik with some speed into the corner, being chased by Coleman. The two battle for it. Bartik wins the battle. Centering pass is knocked down. And here comes Twinsburg. Through the neutral zone. Riley Spat Fires. Save by George, who falls on it, and a stoppage ensues with 10:42 to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Logan George. George in relief of Vinny Inkervaya. And the Invaders clear the puck out and down the ice for an icing call. 10:34 to go in period number 2. Sean Chirikoff to take the face-off for the Tigers, just below us to our left. DeGiro on the other side for the Invaders. DeGiro knocks it up, but it's poked and kept in and dumped down where Galetka gives a nice outlet pass to DeGiro. DeGiro evades one player, skates in and shoots, and it's knocked down by Schroeder. Nice save by the senior goaltender. Up ice it comes, still controlled by the Invaders, but not for long, and as the Twinsburg Tigers clear the zone. Delayed offsides, and back to get it is number 30, Aiden Johnston. Johnston surveys, pokes it up ice, but not out. It goes to Hill. Hill, cross ice, off the boards. Preston dumps it up and out of the zone. Galetka angles it in and is poked out once again. And they send it right back in to the Invaders. Around the boards it goes and collected by Preston. Preston bumped into, and now a shot, save. Second shot's on the way, and it's in the back of the net. Goal for the Invaders. The 7th goal of the afternoon. This one an even strength goal. And we'll wait for the call. It's either going to be Melissa Green punching it in, or perhaps maybe DeGiro. That makes it a 6-goal game. Differential, and the clock will run now. Running clock rules apply. Off the face-off, controlled by Mister. Mister fires. It's chipped aside by Galgus. Another one comes toward Logan George, but a teammate knocks it away, and all the way down the ice it comes, and played by Schroeder. Intercepted. Beck fires and scores. And Tyler Beck with a celebration of the 8th goal of the day. A signature celebration for number 15 for the Invaders, and he gives a wave to his teammate George in goal. It's 8-1. Off the face-off after the goal once again. It's chipped into the Invaders' offensive zone. Chasing after it is Coleman. Coleman evades the first player for the Invaders, but cannot evade the second. It's dumped back in the corner. Centering pass comes up to Galgus, who skates in and shoots wide. Backhanded shot is, there's a whistle. Did Schrader get on it, or did he not? The puck is not in the net, so a nice save by Mark Schroeder. And apologies to the Schroeder family. I know they keep saying Schrader and Schroeder. That is my fault. So he's having another great game today despite being under siege from the get-go. We'll try and get that right for the remainder of the tournament here. With some speed comes Preston, cross-ice pass, shot and score by Dominic Mister. Off the 2-on-1, the Tigers are back on the board. A nice pass from Preston to Mister, and Twinsburg showing they're not done yet. We said it at the top of the broadcast, regardless of the score, the Tigers keep coming at you. And they put their second one up on the board today, this afternoon. Dom Mister, and I believe that's his 17th goal of the season from Cody Preston. Bartik wins the faceoff and fires it into the offensive zone. It's up and cleared. Then pushed back in and kicked down by Preston. Pushes it up. It's off the boards, and Back up now to center ice, controlled by Shirikoff. Shirikoff skates into the offensive zone. On his forehand, fires, and George makes a stop. Shirikoff still in the corner, battling for that puck. Now getting pressure from Galgas, and Galgas kicks it ahead to Price, who passes up to Bartik, who dumps it in, and Preston will give chase. 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the second period. 8-2, Normandy leads. Galgas dumps it down low. From the circles, a shot into the belly of Schroeder, who makes another save, and that'll have another stoppage. Shots on goal right now, 27 for Normandy versus 8 for the Tigers. So Schroeder will see the face-off to his right, 5:35 to go. Controlled by the Invaders. DeGiro fires wide. Green gives chase in the corner, gets it up to the left point. Shot is knocked down, and now still kept in by DeGiro. DeGiro skates in, poke checked away, retrieves the puck in the corner. Riley Spat gives him a push. DeGiro up ice, and giving chase is number 39, the goal scorer of the first goal, Jackson Smith, but it's punched back in by Willen Hill. DeGiro in the corner, knocks down Spat. She gets right back up. DeGiro has it back on his stick. DeGiro challenged by Spat once again. Mister's down there as well. Spat now up to Hill. Back down low. And back up. Hill sends it right back down. Deflected by Spat. Now far side. Jackson Held skates out with it. He finds Jackson Smith. Hill intercepts the puck. Gains the zone, but now Twinsburg knocks it back out once again. Galetka is after it. Galetka punches it back in deep. And certainly it seems like the Invaders have stepped off the gas pedal a bit in this second period. They came out firing on all cylinders in period number 1. Mister into the offensive zone, gets pushed off the puck by Hill. And the Invaders send it down for an icing with just under 4 minutes to go here in period number 2. They'll retrieve the puck. They will, and bring it down to the left of Logan George, getting his first opportunity to spend some time in between the pipes this afternoon in period number 2, wearing the jersey of Zach Waite, most recently worn by Vinny Inkervaya. Here come the Invaders' shot from just inside the red line once again. One of those has already worked today. That one did not work off of Tyler Beck's stick. Invaders control. It's Preston. Circles back. Chips it up the boards. Not out, though. And sent right back in by Galetka. On the other side, number 30, Johnston, collects. Looks to outlet and can't. So from center ice, a shot, stick save. Delayed offside against Normandy. They get onside once again, and Beck intercepts, pushes it back in deep. Kept in by Terrelleri, but he's dispossessed of it by Bernardo. Bernardo gives chase, and it comes back down the ice to the other end of the rink. Collected by Johnston. Cross ice pass goes through the wickets of Preston. DeGiro skates in and swoops in and gets it. In the corner. Sharp angle shot goes through the crease. The other side. DeGiro skates over and gets it once again. Not pressured. Fires, and it goes to the other side where Terrelari gives chase and sees a Twinsburg Tiger go after it. That's 15, Sean Shirikoff. He's pushed off the puck by Galetka. Shirikoff goes behind the boards, still giving pressure. And it's knocked up high where Bartik has it. Bartik puts a shot on goal. It goes wide. Price and Preston battle on the near side corner. It comes up, kept in by Galetka. He winds up and fires. Glove save. Second shot is knocked down. Still loose in front. It comes back all the way to the high slot. Galetka, cross ice pass, finds a teammate. Terrelleri has it for a moment. Now Price gives to Terraleri, and he skates in, and Schroeder says, yeah, the rest of you have scored, but I'm sorry. Today is not your day, Mario, for your first goal. And he jumps on it. Clock runs with 1:20 to go. The Invaders 8, the Tigers 2. Normandy well in command in this one. After the referee directs traffic, Willen Hill puts one in, knocked down in front. Second time knocked down. A third shot is covered by Schroeder, the first one that gets to him. I think that was Riley Spat in front, and it was, who knocked down the first two shots herself. So they'll go to the right side of Schroeder. Bartik kicks it toward the goal, and Schroeder jumps on that one again. Shot number 30 for the Invaders. They win the face-off. It goes to the high slot to Hill, who fires it in. It's kicked aside. Shot number 31 into the corner with 10 seconds left. The puck is loose, and Schroeder jumps on it again for a final stoppage of the period. The clock is going to wind out, and we've hit the end of 2 periods of play from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Two goals that period for the Invaders, a single tally for the Tigers. And at the end of 2 periods of play, Normandy comfortably in front of this one by a score of 8-2. So we hit the second period intermission. We're going to pause for another message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
Thank you for being a part of CVCA community. I love the chance to come to you with exciting news, and I've got some really exciting news. 3 words. The first word, we are growing. The Lord has blessed in bringing people like you here to this school because we believe in the mission of educating and cultivating servants for Christ. But when we grow, we run into some problems because we need more space. Whether it's in the middle school or in the high school, we are growing, and we thank the Lord and you for that. The second word, finishing. A few years ago, we started a campaign called Excel Still More, and now it is time to finish Excel Still More. So when you look at the link below and some of the detailed information, you will find some exciting expansion in the area where I am now, in the area just outside of these doors. But even more exciting to me personally is the third word, celebrating and honoring. While we have these expansion and growth opportunities here, we have the opportunity to be able to celebrate a champion of CVCA. John Rasnick was a friend to thousands in the CVCA community. Me personally, but decades of people have been impacted by John Rasnick and his love for the Lord and His Word. This gives us the opportunity to tell his story to generations of what God can do if you humbly serve and say yes when He calls you. So take a look at the information below, take a look at the information on our website, and find out more about this exciting opportunity. We love you.
An inspiring message from CVCA President Jason Spodnik about the brand new John Rasnick Center. CVCA's goal is now to complete the final phase of the Finishing Excel Still More campaign to accommodate growth and create a more welcoming environment. The CVCA community will add space to connect the Antel Chapel with the Tim Barley Memorial Gymnasium. That'll increase capacity for visitors and, most importantly, for students by 300. The Royals community is excited to celebrate and honor our great friend John Raznick, and while we're pleased to recognize the immense contribution that he had on the CVCA community, we are even more humbled to celebrate the powerful example of what God can do when you passionately follow him and lead by loving and serving others as he did so consistently. John Raznick's life inspires still to this day, not past tense but present, and we all stand on the shoulders of champions of faith that have gone before us. So let us celebrate what the Lord has done as we memorialize a life committed to following him, and let us celebrate what God will do for his kingdom and for this new space at CVCA. Therefore, we're asking every member of the Royals community, alumni, parents, grandparents, and friends to take part in finishing Excel Still More. With a generous commitment today, your partnership will enable us to complete the needed facility upgrades and additions debt-free and enhance the experience of students, faculty, and visitors today and for many decades to come. Commitments to finishing Excel Still More can be paid over time through 2024. And for more information, please go to cvcaroyals.org/finishing Excel Still More. Once again, that site is cvcaroyals.org/finishing Excel Still More for additional information. We thank you for your prayerful consideration of this unique opportunity. So, we are at intermission, the second intermission between Normandy and Twinsburg. The score, Normandy 6 and the Royals, rather not the Royals, the Tigers 1. About 5 minutes to go here in the second intermission. The Invaders comfortably in front, as we said before. Vinny Incurvaya, the emergency backup goaltender, got the start today, his third start of the week, with the Waite brothers still quarantined. And after a 6-goal outburst in the first half of the first period, the Invaders stepped off the gas, and part of that was a move in period 2 to put Logan George in goal. And so this week, the Waite jersey number 4 has been worn by Incurvaya and also by Logan George now, who will likely come out here in the third period as well. So, the Invaders are already securely in the championship game of the tournament. Tomorrow night, they'll face either CVCA in a rematch of last night's game, and that would be the 4th time this season that the two schools have met. All 3 prior meetings won by the Invaders, 5-0 and 9-0. Those 2 games coming with the Royals' Karsten Hauck in goal. Last night, freshman goaltender Caleb Mosher got the start, and Mosher, actually the more experienced of the two, held the Invaders to just 4 goals through the majority of regulation. That was a 4-3 contest as the Invaders came from behind after being down 3-1. And Normandy kicked in a late empty net goal. Actually, not officially an empty netter, as Mosher was still on the ice. He was scrambling to get off the ice for the extra skater in between in the circles near the bench when Tyler Beck got control of the puck and sent it down ice. Mosher went sprawling to try and save it, but could not get back. And the puck found the back of the net from the blue line. And that sealed it for the Invaders and put them into the final. Tonight, CVCA and CVCA and Whitmer will face off with the winner of that contest, advancing to the championship game. The loser will play these Tigers in the third place game tomorrow at 4:30. And we'll continue to have coverage here on CVCA live stream or via the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube page, where you can find all home broadcasts of Royals hockey during the 2021-2022 season. Elsewhere in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue Division, yesterday, obviously, we had the games that took place here. Cleveland Heights is hosting their own tournament, and Brooklyn, NDCL, and Lakewood are taking part in that tournament with Heights, and the Tigers are having their way with all 3 of those teams. Yesterday, they dispatched of Brooklyn by a score of 10-0. The other tournament going on is the Parma Holiday Tournament, and I believe the championship may have happened yesterday. At this stage, we could not get a score, but Parma played in the third place game yesterday against Avon Lake. And so we'll try and get a score on that game, perhaps to share with you later on this evening during the evening broadcast, the nightcap, when the Royals play host to the Whitmer Panthers. Reminder, if you've been following along with us this week, we thank you for joining us. Our numbers have been growing all week, and we appreciate your viewership. Remember, you can follow CVCA Livestream on social media on either Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram by searching out the @CVCA Livestream handle on any of those three platforms. We'll keep you updated on upcoming broadcasts, on final scores, etc., with a token of other retweets, etc., on the Twitter platform for other CVCA sporting and athletic events. Shout out to Gia Castellanova, CVCA Royals lady or women's basketball team, girls basketball team. Gia was honored last night at the boys basketball game at halftime as she recorded her 1,000th career point in a victory over the weekend. The junior recording 1,000 points in less than 2.5 seasons. And she and the Lady Royals will be in action tonight against the Orville Red Riders at Tim Byerly Memorial Gymnasium. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. That event available on the NFHS network, as are all athletic events that take place at Tim Byerly Gymnasium and at Royal Stadium. So boys and girls basketball, the occasional wrestling event, volleyball in the fall, football, soccer, and lacrosse in the fall and spring respectively. All available on the NFHS network and the NFHS platform. Here you can continue to watch Royals hockey and the rest of the CVCA Christmas tournament via the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube site. And on behalf of my colleagues Sean Mosher, Cody Anderson, and JT Nichols, it's been our pleasure to bring you the action this week. One more period to go this afternoon in the matinee from the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and the Tigers are the first ones back on the ice. And they are led by their senior goaltender, Mark Schroeder. Schroeder has stopped 25 shots so far today. Check that, my math is off. He has stopped 23 shots so far today. He's faced 31. It looks like George back in goal this third period for the Invaders. We're just about ready to go. Third period action ready to go. Tigers skating left to right. The Invaders will skate right to left, and the puck is dropped down, and we're underway. Normandy 8, Twinsburg 2, as the teams get back under action. Round the boards it goes. Tigers controlling behind their own net. Preston. Chased by DeGiro, and it goes up ice and into the neutral zone. Back on it is Galetka. A stoppage ensues, and a face-off will happen to the left of Logan George. Mister takes it and wins it back. With it is number 30, Johnson, who dumps it in, and he's knocked down by DeGiro, and he skates out. Back checked, and the Tigers will give chase. Mister in the neutral zone. Gets help from Smith, but DeGiro has it and gets into the offensive zone. He's dispossessed, and a shot bouncing and a save on a long shot by Logan George. Running clock with a 6-goal lead and a massive hit. DeGiro can't even believe that happened. Number 30, Aiden Johnston, laid into DeGiro, who'll skate off the ice and wonder what just hit him. And the bus was number 30, Aiden Johnston. So the Tigers still playing hockey. And I'm sure DeGero will take note of that number with still 13 minutes to go. To the neutral zone come the Tigers. Mister has it. He got the last goal for Twinsburg. He skates in. Backhanded shot goes wide into the corner. Smith chips at it. It's not able to keep it in is number 10, Preston. And up ice it comes. Controlling, 59. That's Jackson Held. Gets it up to Smith. And it's shipped back. Max Coleman will skate in from his defensive position. It's poke checked away. And unable to keep it in is Smith. Tigers do win the zone. Coleman intercepts. Backhand goes high through the rafters into the corner on the near side. Up to the high slot. He finds Preston, who winds up, and a wide shot goes there, and George lays out for it. Can't get it, but he's rescued by a teammate. And that teammate is Tyler Beck. Beck through the neutral zone, dumps it in deep, and then will circle back. Galgus pressuring Preston. Preston through the neutral zone goes the other direction. Gains the offensive zone and now meets up with Hill. Skates by him, centering pass. Does not connect with number 15, Shirikoff. Preston has it slip past him and out of the neutral zone, and the Tigers will clear out to the neutral zone before it's dumped back in. They get onside. Pressure coming from Mister. Cross ice pass and poked up and into the offensive zone by Terrelleri. Max Coleman skates back on it. Coleman pushes it up ice. It's tipped ahead by Shirikoff. Intercepted. Galgus at the left point. Fires and it's knocked down. Bernardo gives pressure. It's punched back in. Preston has it. The Invaders retreat. Cross ice pass. Connects. Shirikoff stick handles. Goes back to Mister. Mister fires from the right point, and Logan George makes the save. Normandy 8, Twinsburg 2, running clock, third period action, 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this contest. If you joined us late, the Invaders came out on all cylinders and got 6 goals in the first 6.5 minutes. They led 6-0 and have stepped off the gas since that point. They added 2 goals in the second, single goals in each period from Twinsburg, the first one from Jackson Smith and the second one from Dom Mister. That's where we stand. Out with it come the Invaders. Josh Price skates in, and a centering pass connects, but then shot up into the rafters on the deflection, and the Tigers will take advantage of the stoppage for a line change. Josh Price has Nowak to his left. They win the face-off. Shot on goal by Danny Bartik is actually wide. Galetka collects it on the near side. Skates into the corner. Pestered. And a centering pass and a goal. And who's going to get it? Congratulations is going to number 72, Christopher Nowak. And he's going to record his first goal of the tournament. And he gets a pat on the back from every one of his teammates. 9th goal of the afternoon for the Invaders. Nowak, his first of the tournament. And we'll resume action. Invaders win the face-off. Into the offensive zone comes Galetka. Looks to pass. It's chipped up, and Schroeder jumps on it for a stoppage. 8:49 to go. Normandy 9, Twinsburg 2. Face-off to the left of Schroeder. Mister wins it back for Twinsburg. They dump it behind their own net. It's pushed into the corner, controlled and up to the high slot. Beck has it. He fires toward the goal. A rebound is there, and Schroeder jumps on it. In his face, looking for his second of the afternoon, was Nowak. His second in a matter of minutes. Nowak puts one skate in front of the other and heads off to the bench. And he'll have to be satisfied with one. Face off to the right of Schroeder. DeGiro loses it. It's pushed up. But now controlled by the Invaders. They dump it back in deep. Does Inkervaya, the starting goaltender. DeGiro stick handles. Gets it back up high. Beck pushes it far side for Bartik, who dumps it further in. DeGiro has it again. He skates into the circles. Looks to pass. Looking for Melissa Green. Trying to get her a goal. It's intercepted in the other direction. And off the post from center ice is Dominic Mister, as that was a tough play for Logan George in his first goal experience. And Mister just missed having his second of the day. This one is shot on goal. Rebound. Kicked aside. That came off of DeGiro's stick. The Tigers have it for the moment. To center ice, it goes back, and controlling is Willen Hill. He dumps it forward, and it's pushed in by Inkervaya. Round the boards, and Melissa Green is there to get it. She battles in the corner. Loses that battle. The Tigers come out with it. Cross ice it goes. Bernardo pushes it up. Intercepted and poked back. Or spat. Stick handles into the offensive zone. She knows what to do with it. She's got 4 goals. Fires on George, and a save is made. It comes to Spat again. She looks, fires, and George makes a second save. And a slash by Mister, not called, behind the play. Kept in the corner. Bernardo keeps it in. Bernardo looks, fires it toward the goal. It's knocked down and cleared out to center ice. Ariana Bernardo chases it back. 6 minutes to go. Bernardo stops, evades an invader. Pokes it to the far corner where Smith is there. Smith, stick handles, is poke checked away. Has to try and get it a second time. Filippelli falls down. And Mister pokes it up ice. Mister will go one-on-one with Hill. Mister, Hill. Mister to his right. Hill wards him off. A nice job of defense by Willen Hill. It's poked high and knocked down. And Logan George says, yep, I know what to do when the puck is there. I know to jump right on it, and he does, making the save with 5.5 minutes to go in the contest. That puck was batted down into Logan George, and so had it gone into the net, it would not have counted. But George, the great athlete, got on it anyway. Twinsburg knocks the puck back off the faceoff. It's controlled by Shirikoff to the far side. Galgas giving him chase. Centering pass is knocked back behind the goal. Shirikoff gets it, falls down. The puck is knocked up into the netting, and we'll have another faceoff with 4:54 left to go with the clock running. Normandy 9, Tigers 2. They drop the puck down, and it's controlled by Shirikoff again. Kept in by Johnston, just for a moment, and now Galgas has it at center ice. Galgas poked away and knocked down. Galetka cross ice, and a long pass up to Terraleri. He's on it and skates in. Evades a Tiger, gets a huge cheer from the bench. Can't escape a second Tiger, though. And with some speed coming the other direction is Cody Preston. 3-on-2. Preston fires, knocked down and sticked aside by George. Second shot is, or a centering pass is knocked aside. Behind the end line, is Beck. So the slot, high slot shot from Preston is kicked aside by George. Nice save. And they push it in deep again. It's knocked down by Beck. It comes back to Preston. Fires and knocked down by Beck again. Third time. Preston this time dumps it into the corner where Beck chases with 3:40 to go. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone comes Beck. They poke at him. It goes into the corner. He looks for a teammate. Gets rubbed off the puck and goes back to get it once again before the Tigers push it back out into the defensive zone for the Invaders. Galetka, long pass off the side of the board to no one in particular, and it will be an icing call. Not the worst play in the world when you're up 9-2 and the clock running with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the hockey game. We'll see these Normandy Invaders tomorrow night, and they'll turn the wick back up, no doubt, whether it's CVCA or Whitmer in search of the championship trophy here in the CVCA Christmas tournament. The next time we'll see the Twinsburg Tigers will be tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 once again, and we'll wait to see who their opponent will be. Here comes a chance for Price. Schroeder with another save. Second shot knocked down and swept away by Spat. Third shot coming, and this one goes wide. 2.5 minutes to go. So a flurry of activity from the Invaders there that goaltender Mark Schroeder stood up to. This one comes back into the slot, but controlled by the Tigers, and out with it comes Mister. Mister evades Hill, comes in, shoots, and a great play by Logan George, who came out and stopped that one and knocked it down. This one is played wide as it comes in on Schroeder into the corner. Price has it with some speed behind the net, being shadowed by Spat. Price tries to center. Now Bartik collects it back to Price. He has it, fires it toward the goal. Nowak is camped out of there again. Nowak trying to get his second goal. The young man, arguably not the best skater, but certainly knows what to do and where to be. And that got him a goal today. Here come the Invaders with 90 seconds left into the offensive zone, and Nowak a little bit anxious, got across that blue line just a bit early. Offsides, the call on Normandy as the clock runs and winds toward the final 75 seconds of this contest. 1:15 to go. Normandy 9 and Twinsburg 2. Face off right below us. Shirikoff pushes it forward, where Willen Hill is there and dumps it in deep. Round the boards it goes. Controlled by Jackson Smith. He loses it. Centering pass is knocked down, and out with it comes the Tigers once again. Offsides, and so they have to clear the zone. Normandy pushes it back down, and on it is Johnston. Up ice. He finds a teammate into the offensive zone, and a big stand-up hit takes out two Twinsburg Tigers. Preston just dumps it in deep, and DeGiro will run behind his net with 20 seconds to go. Sends it out to center ice. Melissa Green trying to pick it up. 9 seconds left. And Krivaya sends it in deep, and that's going to just about do it. Schroeder sends it into the corner, collected by Johnston. And the whistle sounds. That's the end of the contest. The Invaders, victorious this afternoon. They came out fast and furious. Got 6 goals in that first period, added a pair in the second period, and a final tally here in the third. 2 goals for the Twinsburg Tigers, 1 in each of the first 2 periods. The victory in goal goes to Vinny Inkervaya. Logan George finished up the last 2 periods in mop-up duty and acquitted himself well. The Invaders continue to remain undefeated on the season. 10 wins, no losses, no ties. The Tigers' record falls. Twinsburg now 3 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. Once again, the Invaders advanced last night into the championship game of the tournament, and they'll face off tomorrow night against either CVCA in a rematch or against Whitmer, which also would be a rematch. For the Royals, it would be the 4th meeting with Normandy already this season. Whitmer met them on day 1 of the tournament here and fell by a score of 8-5. The Tigers, they'll be back tomorrow, and